What's going on, guys? I'm Ruby Gaming X today, and I'm back with another video on Godzilla Earth, and I'm going to explain to you what this figure has to offer, how much it's going to cost you, when is it going to release, and all the information you need to know. So stay watching this video if you want to be informed. Now, S.H.MonsterArts and Tamashii Nations are celebrating the release of the movie that finally came out in Japan yesterday or today for people over there in Japan. So in celebration of that, they have announced a brand new S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla Earth. Now, this Godzilla Earth represents the 300-meter Godzilla that we get to see at the end of the film. Now, what are you getting with this figure? You're getting a landing ship and Godzilla Phileas, which is the smallest Godzilla that we have ever seen from their line. Now, this figure does not have any articulation, so don't expect this figure to have any at all. It's just like a small statue, and that's pretty much it. It's just going to represent the first Godzilla that we get to see at the beginning of the film. Nothing else, no articulation, and that's it. Now, the Tall Godzilla has a few changes, they said, and one of the changes that they said that they have done to this figure is they have sculpted his head differently. Now, they said that his beard, or underneath his mouth, it's a bit spikier, and you get to see his mouth that it has a few differences, but not much. And overall, his head, his mouth, and his beard are the three main differences that you will get with this figure. And in terms of color, you're going to see this figure with a brand new color touch overall. What are those colors? Well, it's blue and green. So you're going to see this figure covered in blue and green throughout his spikes, his head, all over his body, which is going to make him pop out more from the original one, because the original one is mostly a charcoal black or a charcoal gray, and it has a little bit of green, but not that much. Now this one will be more colorful, of course, and you're not going to get any effects or anything. You're just getting Godzilla Earth, Godzilla Phileas, and a landing ship with a stand, and that's pretty much it. Now, how much is this figure going to cost you? It's going to cost, and I was right, it's going to cost you 119 from 120 and 125, depending on which store you're going to buy this. Now, some stores could offer you this figure for a cheaper price. Some will raise their price. Some will have discounts, so watch out for that and keep on looking where you're going to buy this figure to get the best deals if you're going to buy this figure. If not, just wait for it. Now, this figure will be a web exclusive only to Japan, which means it's not coming to the US, and the release date for this figure is in October. So we're getting this in October for Japan. But don't worry, guys, over there in the US, and for everybody who's interested in getting this figure over there in the US, it's going to come to the US as well, but it's going to come later on. Now, the US release is in November, so pretty much Japan gets the figure earlier, and then the US is going to get it. Now, there's no price on the US version yet, or an exact date, so Japan is going to have it in October, US in November. Japan is going to cost you, well, this figure is going to cost you 119 and up. Shipping, don't forget that shipping might be like $30 or $25, depending what type of shipping you get, of course. Now, am I excited for this figure? Have I changed my mind? Not really. I still stand by what I said earlier. I think this figure is a waste. Now, if you never picked up the first original release, then by all means get this figure, because it's a better offer than the original release. Now, they said that there's not going to be any differences in size. So if you were expecting to get a different, to get a different figure from this, or get them even taller, then you're going to be 100% disappointed, because this figure is pretty much the same size as the original one. So the original Godzilla Phileas that we all got is going to be the same size as Godzilla Earth. Now, a lot of people thought that since this was Godzilla Earth, that S.H.MonsterArts was going to make him like 9 inches tall or even 10 inches tall, because it's Godzilla Earth. People are asking for too much or just thinking that S.H. Monster Arts is gonna give us amazing things when we know S.H. Monster Arts is bullshit. I'm still mad and disappointed with what they're doing right here. And if I was you guys, I would wait for this figure because honestly, they're going to come out with more versions. I'm pretty sure, and I said it before when Shin Godzilla came out. I told you all that S.H. Monster Arts will release 5 figures, and they did. I even told my friends that we would eventually get Awakening version and a Frozen version, and look what happens. Even not too long ago, I was talking to this YouTuber how we would like the S.H. Monster Arts. You know, if they released a Frozen version, of course, we were talking about how it would be cool if they did a Frozen version because there was people who wanted to customize their Godzilla, and next thing you know, a few weeks or a few days later, they come out with the Frozen version, and I'm pretty sure we're getting more figures. So one of the figures that I'm expecting to get from S.H. Monster Arts that has to do with Godzilla Planet of the Monsters or Godzilla Earth is of course one with blue spikes and effects. So we're probably going to see a Godzilla Earth with translucent spikes and a few effects for his mouth, maybe electricity, and his paint job might be different. Now the second one that I'm expecting to see would be a red version. Now this is supposed to represent the one that we get to see on the brand new anime. In the brand new anime, we see how Godzilla is covered like in lava. So this is going to represent that Godzilla, which has a type of red and orange and yellow mixture together. So that would be pretty badass. Just like they did with Godzilla 2014, they're going to do the same thing with this Godzilla. And I'm sure that we're going to see another one, which is going to be like one that's going to be covered in black and in purple mixed with like lava. You know how towards the end of the trailer he has like his body all covered in lava, like you can see the cracks and everything, and his electricity coming out. I'm pretty sure we're going to see 5 versions from this Godzilla. The original Godzilla Earth, Godzilla Earth with blue spikes, translucent, and a brand new Godzilla Earth covered in lava, and the one that comes out at the end of the trailer, which is one covered in lava with cracks and electricity and purple. I'm pretty sure each one and the last ones are going to be the best, and they're going to offer you more effects, maybe more ships, maybe the mothership that we get to see towards the end of the film. I'm pretty sure we're going to get more from this. And you know, if you don't care, go on and buy this figure. You know, it's your money, you can do whatever you want. But for me, it's a waste because I already have the original, and just for a spaceship and to get a small Godzilla affiliates, it's not worth it to me. I'd rather wait for the badass figures to come out, which I will be thankful because how many people have bought